And we are live right on time. It is not hashtag Friday Pie Day. That is tomorrow where we will be doing the Wolfer stream. But today we are going to be doing some live Bitcoin analysis. We're also going to be doing other altcoins if people decide to, drop their altcoins in the chat and say, hey, look, you need to be looking at this one or whatever it may be. Drop whatever it is that you are looking at or anything that you want me to do TA on in the chat. We're first and foremost going to go over Bitcoin's price analysis, its key levels, why it's doing what it's doing, the trades that I've been taking over the past week. Glad to be back because we had a nice little couple of week break due to all of the holidays, right? We had Christmas, we had New Year's, all that good stuff. So I'm glad to be back on the channel. Hopefully the stream is doing well. I do have good internet access right now. I don't have to be on a VPN and I can still show you my trades without being on the VPN. So hopefully the video and audio quality is good. So let's just jump straight into it. Like I said, if you're here, make sure that you smash the like button really quick for me, right? We need to have as many likes as we have viewers, first and foremost. And if you want me to do analysis on any altcoins or whatever, because it's a given we're going to do Bitcoin. It's a given we're going to do Ethereum. Duh. We know those things. Anything outside of that, let me know what you're looking at, and then I'll take a look at it really quick. But we're going to do some top-down analysis. We're going to see what the key levels and all those types of things are, and we're going to just go ahead and get into it. We've got Bull Monkeys. He's in the chat. This dude's a legend. I appreciate this person. He actually helps me with literally everything that I do. I mean, I could not survive without this person. We've got Jet. Dude, Jet's an absolute animal, too. I will not dox Jet, but I think everybody probably knows who Jet is too. We've got a happy new year, everybody. And yeah, hopefully like Bull Monkey said, which is Sky, hopefully the stream's doing good. Let's get into some analysis. I've got this stuff. It's already queued up in the background. We are going to keep the charts naked, starting off, right? And I am going to go ahead and bring this up. Okay, boom. All right, now we need a baby Drew. We don't need a big Drew for this. So we're going to go ahead and get this out of way a little bit. Boom. Put me down here. All right, great. Okay, so first and foremost, we're going to keep the charts naked. I'm looking at this from a bird's eye view, brand new, what's happening. And then obviously I'll show you just really quick. I am in a trade right now. I've been in trades for the past, 7 or so days. This trade is about break even, $10 in the negative. It's probably like a $4,000 trade, something like that. That's what I've been doing, is kind of riding Bitcoin down, up, because we have seen a lot of volatile little moves. We're getting a little bit of consolidation here, but be that as it is, I'll show you some of the trades that I've taken, because I have taken a loss. I think I've taken like, I don't know, 7 or 8 trades or something like that in the past 7 or 8 days. And one of them was a loss. Everything else was pretty much a gain. And we'll go over that. We'll show you all the transparent numbers behind it. But let's start with the daily first, okay? And again, feel free. Drop your coins in the chat. We're going to be doing this a lot more. Like, this is going to be a trend on this channel. So hopefully everybody shows up daily for their Bitcoin analysis, get their key levels, make sure you're taking good trades, make sure you're making good profits. There's a lot of things we're going to be rolling out over the next couple of, few weeks and couple of months. So I think everybody's going to be pretty excited about it. Now, first and foremost, I am leaving this channel up, okay? I don't care. I know I said the chart's naked, but this channel has to be left up. And the reason is because this is the channel that we saw where I was calling on some of my live streams. If you're not watching the Wolfer live streams on Fridays at 1 p.m. Eastern, make sure you are there, because I literally called this level out. I took the short right here at 106, 107. Bam, killed it, right? Wrote it down to like 103, something like that. I trailed my stop loss. I got stopped out in profit, which is whatever. You always want to make sure you're getting stopped out in profit. I'll kind of give you the reasoning basis and bias behind all of my trades and stuff like that. But as you can see, this trend channel started all the way back here from the 2017 bull run, baby. This is a massive trend channel that everyone needs to pay attention to. Okay, can this trend channel break up in a parabolic market? Yes. Do they tend to break up? Not all the time, okay? Most of the time, this is counterintuitive. This is just a little snippet of TA knowledge, right? Majority of time, upward trending channels break down, okay? As you can see right here, they will usually fall out of the channel and then ride the bottom of the channel up until they can get enough juice to push back through the channel, right? And into the channel. Upward trending channels tend to break down, okay? Downward trending channels tend to break up, okay? And I'm going to show you how you could have seen this in a trade. I saw this and I took a trade on this with a downward trending channel previously. All right. So first and foremost, this is kind of our range. Okay. We can literally come back down here to 81K and still be in the middle of this channel and still be next to the 100 period moving average on the daily chart. Okay. So it's not all doom and gloom for Bitcoin. We're literally coming up here and it looks like what we're doing right now is we are testing that 20 MA. We did reclaim the 50, which is a good sign for Bitcoin. But I do want to look at RSI really quick. RSI is kind of right in the middle, and stochastics are looking a lot like they're right in the middle, kind of trending upward. Well, so we could see an upward move. We do have a green dot on Market Cipher. Market Cipher is a really powerful tool that you can use. I would say I can give you a tutorial on it, and if you want to use it, it is a paid tool. I have a link in the description where you can get like 20 or 25% off or something like that of it. So I would, if you're going to buy it, I would not buy it for full price. I would find somebody that has a referral link and use that, right? But we are here, okay? We are looking at 97,746, 97, call it 97,750 for the 50 moving average, okay? We are super overextended from the moving averages, the 100 and the 200, which isn't necessarily super alarming because we can be way outside of these for a really long time. And there are some lines in the sand that we need to take care of in order to, continue moving upwards. But we are hitting, major supports here and holding them. Okay. And I think I have an alert here. That's what this is. Yeah. This is my alert to let me know I've got a long trade that I'm going to try to take down here at about the 89 and $88,000 level. So we'll get into that in just a second. Now, first and foremost, we do see this being a really, really kind of like line in the sand. If we cross up above this, this is us setting a higher high, and it's right at the 100K mark. Like literally, the high of this is $99,887. So if we hit 99.9, okay, we are breaking market structure, curving and curling up to the upside, and our upwards target would be in the range of around probably 108.8, 109, something like that. So this is actually good news to a certain extent that you're seeing that we're going to come up and retest this. But we could see a massive rejection here and then come back down to kind of our supports down here. Now, there is a micro upward trending channel that we're going to show you on the hourly chart, but I want to show you what's going on the daily first, right? So obviously we have all of these kind of like little resistances down here, right? Which is going to be this. That's kind of your line in the sand, right? And we've respected it. We really have. We respected the 50 moving average here. We kind of rode it, lost it, right? And then we came down and we respected this level yet again, right here at the $91,000 range. Now, you're going to have another level because we set higher high, or we set a higher low here, right? See, here's our low. Here's our higher low. Then we set a higher high, but we had the same low, okay? Then we came down here, lower high, and a lower low. So this is also going to be a line in the sand, 91,271, something around that realm. So you're looking at about a $600 difference in between these two lines, right? So if we lose 90,682, you're looking at probably somewhere in this realm right here. You're looking at a support right here at this swing low. And then you're going to be looking at a support right around probably this range, which is your 88, 89,000 range. And then you're going to be seeing a little bit of support in the 86 to $87,000 range right here. Now, we're going to get these off of the chart because we know what our lines in the sand are now. With that said, actually, I took one too many off of the chart. I'm going to put this one back on. Now, we are kind of bing-bonging in between this range, which I love range trading. I've literally taken a $4,000 account before and range traded it up to like $44,000 on KuCoin. I can try and pull the historical records on that. This was like a year and a half ago whenever I had a little bit of time to do that. So I didn't I took all my profits. We'll just put it like that. Once I got up to a certain level, I was like, all right, I'm good. I've got stuff to do. I need to pay attention to my businesses, things of that sort. And I took my profits and took them off of the table. So now I'm kind of starting to do that all over again. I'm trying to take like $3,000, $4,000, see how much I can get it up to. So I've got about $3,000 and I have 40 or so, I think like 20K inside of my BitGet account that I'm waiting to kind of wait for a pullback, and then I'm going to buy altcoins spot, right? No leverage, no trading, no nothing, like long-term, buy and hold for the bull run. But I'm trying to take about $3,000 and stack it up to, whatever it is that I can over, a 3 to 6 month period. And I've got a couple of challenges that I'll be doing on the channel. So make sure you're following if you happen to give a F about any of that stuff. Now, first and foremost, okay, we're going to go to the 1 hour chart, and I'm going to show you kind of what I'm seeing on Bitcoin, because actually, let's go back to the 1 day. I want to show you one thing that I just kind of saw right before we were getting ready to click off of it. Okay, so I'm seeing kind of like a downward trending line here. Okay, so this is what we're seeing right here. And this is what you're going to see, right? You've got this line down here, which is kind of like your line in the sand, or you could even call it this. And you've got kind of like a downward sloping triangle, right? These tend to break up, okay? And I'll show you, because this actually just happened on the 1 hour chart. It was quite a few hours ago, we'll put it like that. But I did take a trade and long it whenever I saw this happening. So if we come up here, we might test it. Okay, we might reject, come back down here somewhere, and then boom, blast through, come back up and retest this, and then continue forward, right? But here's what could happen. If we blast through this is kind of like a pivotal point right here. This is called an inflection point, right? Where something big is going to happen. Either we're going to fall through this with like some serious conviction, or we're going to blast through this with some serious conviction. Now, this is a 1 day chart. This is going to take time to play out. This literally line in the sand is all the way out to January 11th, right? But this could kind of come up here to this line and reject, or it could reject right here at the 20 moving average, right? The 20 SMA. And then come right back down here, maybe bounce, come through this, and then it's going to have to come back test this channel as support, or this trend line, not the channel, and then try to blast through the top end of this kind of like parallel channel that we are stuck in. As you can see, we blasted through it before. It's not impossible to do. Is this starting to form kind of like a small little cup and handle pattern? It definitely could be. If we come up here and test this, and then we bounce down, and this could be our handle right here, and then boom, blast through, right? Now, we do have a big, like, dude, this massive cup and handle on the daily chart. Let me actually pull all this stuff off, and I'll show you this cup and handle that is on the daily chart, and I'll show you the actual measurement for that cup and handle, because this thing dates back really, really friggin' far. I mean, this cup and handle started back in November of 2021, and it dates all the way up until about March of 2024 is where the cup ends, and then the handle starts. And if you measure the cup and handle pattern, it's taking us to about $130,000 price point on Bitcoin. So that's the good news. Now, we have not come back and tested the bottom or the top of this cup and handle right here. We have not retested the channel, right, of this handle. Now, do we have to? No, not necessarily, but we haven't even come close. I mean, we're getting within spitting distance of it, but we're running into this major area where we're seeing a lot of resistance, right? So we are going to have to blast through this to get to that 130 kind of price point, right? But here's the thing. We never actually came back and retested this channel, because we came through it, but we never confirmed. We had one green candle that got through it, and then it fell right back into the channel. This is where we confirmed on this candle right here, okay? This is the candle that confirmed. The way that you confirm this is you get a candle that blasts through it, and then you have to close a candle above the close of the candle that broke the pattern, right? That hit the break point. Now, we got a bull flag here, which if you know anything about a bull flag, this is the staff, this is the flag, and then you can actually measure that, and you can look and see, boom, boom, and you can see, did we actually fill out that bull flag? Yep, we did. Okay, so that's kind of where that target was. We bull flagged, we came up, we bull flagged again, we came up, and then that's kind of how we got up to where we are now, right? Which is that, massive all-time high up here, and now we are here, okay? So, first and foremost, I wanted to point out that we are still in a bullish market and in a bullish pattern, that this still has not been retested, okay? And this cup and handle was confirmed, and the breakout is confirmed. Now, a lot of times you will see a retrace to the scene of the crime, right? Which is right here. So we could retrace to this level. Are we going to come all the way down here to $70,000? I really highly doubt that. I honestly think that the lowest that we could probably potentially go is right before the breakout here, which is where the previous all-time highs were, which is about $74,000 to $75,000. And it would be highly surprising to me if we fell below about 80. But things, weirder things have happened in bull runs, and you will see, sometimes 20, 30, 40% dips on the way up to new all-time highs, right? This is our all-time high. If we want to set a new one, we need a retrace. Okay. We need to step off of the gas a little bit and get back down, and then we can leg up again. Now, what I am seeing on the 1 hour chart is this right here. Okay. Let's take this cup and handle off. Boom. And then I'm going to show you my falling wedge that we had on the 1 hour chart. Okay. This is why I took the trade. All right. This is why I took some of my trades, and I'll show you some of my trades right here. Okay. So these are my trades basically for like the past 7 days, right? So we had a $250 profitable trade. That was just earlier today, right? That was a short. Okay. We had a $26 trade, $22 trade. These I actually got stopped out in profit because I was like, okay, we're in profit right now. Let's see how far we can ride it down, but we're going to put our stop loss in profit. And then if it comes up and stops us out, we're going to get a better entry. And I actually did get a better entry. And that's why I made $250 here, and still made, like 45, 50 bucks on these two stop outs right here. Had a $715 trade. Lost a trade for $7, break even, right? No big deal. $52. We got a $400 loss on this trade. But right before that, we had a $120 win, a $737 win, a $384 win on a short. This was a long right here, this $700 win. If you notice, my biggest wins were the longs, right? $715, $737. And then I think I had like one more trade right before that in the past week. I think this is just measuring past 7 days. Yep, $408 on a short. So why did I enter those longs? Okay, here's my point. If you zoom in here, you can kind of see the falling wedge pattern, right? And you don't have to extend it all the way over here. I just extended it all the way over here to show people like this is a major, major trend line that's trending downwards, right? You're seeing it, just killing it. It's continuing to trend downwards. Now, there was a falling wedge right here, kind of like a falling wedge. It wasn't super, we won't say that it's super, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? Angled downward, right? It's not angling downward super crazy, but yet again, it is a falling wedge, right? Now, what I saw was this right here. If you look at this trend line, you've got 1 touch point, 2 touch point, 3 touch point, 4 touch points right here, and then it breaks out. But it does confirm it, and it comes back to try to retest it, and it actually falls below it, kind of bing, bong, bing, bong, bing, bong, trying to decide what it was going to do. Then it came out and went above it again, and this was on, I believe, the 25th, and that's when I actually started to take my trade. I think right here, boom. Yep, this trade was opened. Let's see. Where do we go? I think this trade was opened on the 30th and then closed on the 31st. Okay, so let's look at where we entered right here, right? So once we saw this kind of trending upward, this is where we're seeing the longs start to come in. So let's look for the 30th, okay? So the 30th is right here. I kind of like front ran all of this to come up and take care of this high, right? We see it bounce off of this kind of trend line down here that is massive, massive, massive support. So that's why I took this trade right here. And I said, all right, cool. We're on the 30th right here. I'm going to take a long and I'm going to ride it up to the top of this channel. That's exactly what I did. Made like 700 and some odd bucks. Then I shorted it on the way down, right? Short, 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 right? 31 on the 31st, on the 31st, on the 31st, right? Shorted, shorted, shorted. And I lost on one of my shorts. I get that. And then I also came back in and longed it. And then I shorted again, shorted again, shorted again, and made money on all of those, right? So there's reasons why I'm taking all of these trades. Even before I entered that long, I shorted from that top parallel, or not the parallel, but the trend line, shorted from the top trend line all the way down to the bottom. And then guess what I did? Immediately flipped the same position, 0.4 Bitcoin to go long, right? So it's pretty cut and dry, like what I was doing and why I was doing it. I literally entered the short at 93.5, closed it at 92.440, and then just immediately flipped long, right? at 92,446 and rode it all the way up to 94.4, right? Why did I do that? 94.4 right here, right? Boom, rode it up to the top of this trend channel, or not to the trend channel, but to the trend line. So I flipped it right here. Boom, wrote it up here, took my profits. Could I have gotten more? Yes, absolutely, I could have. But now we are seeing this break out of this channel. Now, it has not come back and back tested this channel, but it might not come back and back test this channel. I'm willing to bet that it does, okay? And I've got enough profits here that I'm okay risking a couple of $100, betting that it's going to actually fall back down here and retest this trend line right here and then bounce and go up, okay? So what I'm doing right now is I'm shorting. Yeah, I'm down about $100 on it. Okay, cool. I've made what, $2,000 over the past 7 days or something like that. If you add it all up, I probably made over $2,000 in the past 7 days. I'm good risking 1% of my account because my account is probably about 25.5 right now. So I'm risking 1% of my account to basically bring in another $550 profit if we go back down to, let's see, my $96,000 range, which, if you look, $96,000 is literally right here at the bottom of this little range. So I'm not even trying to write it all the way down here. I'm trying to see, okay, can we come down and retest this high, this previous swing high, and break below it? Because we've been trying to break below this swing high right here. And I'll even put the little line there just so that people can see it. And we've been trying to break that swing high right here, and we can't get below it. So I'm willing to bet $200 for a $550 reward that we're going to come down and at least retest this again before we blast through. Now, there is a line in the sand that we're going to have to look at, but we do have an upward trending channel. So you know why we're looking at longs right now, right? But I'm trying to short it a little bit more because I've taken probably 3 or 4 profitable shorts in the past 2 days. Bing, 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 right? All these were profitable shorts, right? And then I took a profitable long. So I'm willing to short it one more time. But if we break above 97, I think 860 or something like that, I'm out. I'm not going to risk any more than that because we are going to be breaking market structure. So I'll show you where we break market structure at, okay? But I want to show you this downward trending channel first that we just broke out of, okay? We literally just broke out of this downward trending channel that dates back all the way to the previous swing high after we kind of dumped from the all-time high, okay? This channel, we've busted out of it, but we keep coming back into it. We busted below it. We keep coming back to it. And what do we know about downward trending channels? They tend to break upwards. Now, this is on the hourly chart. Let's zoom in a little bit and let's see if we've even ever confirmed it. Boom. This is the candle right here that confirmed this move. This candle broke above, then it got nullified because it broke right back down below. This candle broke above, then it's not confirmed yet because it closed the next candle below the close of this candle. Then this candle came in and closed just above the close of this candle. Boom, boom, we're going up. But my bias is that we're going to come right back down here, test this one more time, and then skyrocket up. Most likely. But I'm willing to, again, bet at a 2-to-1 risk reward when I'm riding high on a decent amount of profits over the past 7 days that we're going to come back down and test and retest this trend right here, right? Before we start blasting upward. Now, if you want to look at some of these parallels, right? These parallels are pretty significant as well, okay? So I'm going to zoom out and I'm going to show you. I'm not going to, these are all just in a kind of like a folder by themselves, but this is that same parallel that you're seeing where we're breaking out of it literally right now. But have we confirmed yet? Not until we close a candle above the close of this candle, right? So this candle is going to be the one that tells us if we've broken this, because technically this one closed above it, barely, right? So we need this candle to close somewhere up here, all right? Now, here's another parallel that I drew that I think people are going to need to take into account. This is an upward trending parallel that dates back pretty far. And this is the one that we fell through. So if we come back up, we're going to have major resistance right here. We already know we're going to have resistance at the 99.9 range, right? But we're also going to have resistance right around 101, maybe 102, depending on how long it takes us to get up here. But this is a massive parallel that has literally been established since, dude, whenever we broke 85K. Okay, so this is a pretty long-standing parallel that we just broke down out of, and we broke down out of it. We back tested and retested it as from support. We retested it as resistance now, and it held up. And now we're kind of seeing, is there a potential cup and handle forming here? Yeah, potentially there might be. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. Now, the other thing that I want to show everybody is these all-time high Fibonacci's, okay? Because if you're not using Fibonacci's, seriously, you need to be. This is the Fibonacci from the newest all-time high, where we came up, we got a new all-time high. Boom, we came down. Then we got another new all-time high. And then I measured the low from after the new all-time high to the newest all-time high. What happened? We got a 100% retrace on that. We came up to the 0.786. And guess what we're doing right now? We are coming up and testing the 0.618, which we might get front run rejected on. Or if we blast through it, you're looking at $100,000 for your next resistance point. So there's a lot of confluence that's coming in saying, hey, you might potentially want to be long if we break this 98.1 to 98.3 level, which is why I've set my stop loss on my short position to about 98,100 and some odd dollars, so that if we break that and close a candle above it, that's where I'm flipping long, right? And that $200 loss will get eaten up by a $500, $600 gain when I flip my position to the opposite side, right? And we're riding on some pretty risk-free stuff right now. Now, Market Cipher has printed a green dot on this candle. Does that necessarily mean we're going to go up? Not necessarily, but there is a lot of confluence saying there is a big resistance here at about 98,000 some hundred odd dollars, right? 98.1, 98.2, somewhere in that realm. You're looking at about 98.1 to 98.3. You're seeing a lot of different resistances at those points, right? So that's kind of like the Bitcoin, I guess, short kind of TA really quick. But here's your key levels, right? Your key level, this is another reason why I put my stop loss here, right? Because if you look right here, actually, let me get a horizontal ray really quick. If you look right here, this is where we hit that big dump. Okay. So this line right here is where we hit the massive dump after we kind of tried to come back up after we dumped from the all-time high, right? We came up here, we set a new high, a higher high right here than this previous higher high, and we set a higher low here. But then guess what happened? We couldn't hold it, and we dumped immediately and set a lower low and then a new lower high. And still right here, this is going to be a lower high than what we've set here. So if you take this lower low, lower high, right? So we could come back down. That's why I'm still staying on the short side. Now, on the 1 hour, we do have the 50 that's getting ready to cross the 200. And if you know what the 50 crossing the 200 is, that is a golden cross, right? But here's the thing about golden crosses. Everyone knows about them, right? So as soon as people saw here that 50 starting to curl up, right, towards that 200 that's moving down, they started front running it, and it's already ran up. So my bias is that this right here, this golden cross, it's already priced in. I'm not taking that into account in my analysis, okay? That's first and foremost. If you know anything about golden crosses, you know that the only time that they're really super powerful is whenever you front run them, right? Or whenever price comes down, whoops, my bad. Whenever price comes down into the golden cross. Say this candle was touching this golden cross right here, that's when you're going to see a rocket, okay? It's not going to be whenever price is way outside of it, all the way up here, and it's like literally this golden cross is happening at $95,000 and we're all the way up here at almost 98 grand, right? That's not when you're going to see a big run on a golden cross. That's just my kind of like really quick tidbit for people that are like, oh yeah, there's a golden cross. Yeah, there is. You're absolutely right. But most people, especially smart people in the markets, they front run that stuff. So just know that, right? Let me see if I can get this thing off. Okay, escape. Cool. Boom. All right. Here we go. Okay, so we did kind of come up and set a higher high from this kind of swing high after the big dump, right? We did take out this high, which is good news for Bitcoin in terms of moving upwards, right? But I mean, look at it right now. Like, we literally got rejected, like textbook rejection. We literally saw it live getting rejected right here off of this major level. Okay. This major level right here, which is where we took our dump. Okay. And this is a key level. Like, if anybody tells you this isn't a key level, they're crazy. This is where the dump started. So that's going to be a major liquidity grab, right? A moment where you're going to see a lot of resistance at this level, because this is where people were saying, look, this is overvalued. Boom, dump, right? Boom, dump. That's what they were saying at that level. So we kind of got rejected off of that level. And I bet you my short is in profit now. Yep, almost. We're at break even, $17. So my point is I took my short right around here. My thesis becomes irrelevant on this short whenever we break that level. This is where my stop loss is, right here in the, I believe it's because I'm trading futures, so it's a little bit different. They're not necessarily like, it's not as congruent as one would think, right? So let me see if I can pull this up. My stop loss is right here at 98,135. Okay, so my stop loss is right where this dump started, right? If you look right here, boom, this is where the dump started, 98,135, boom. So if we come up and we take out that level, I'm automatically assuming that the bears are starting to give up and they are giving heed to a move upwards, right? That's why I have my stop loss there. So with all of that said, let me go back to the chat because I know I've been kind of going crazy myself. Let me make sure I'm going to change my background really quick, go back to the other background so you don't see that crazy inception thing that you just had to see. So boom, let's get it. All right, let's put me in the middle and let's see if we can do some TA if anybody's dropped any chat yet. Okay, boom. All right, your take on XRP, Chip Sanity. Much love, dude. I'll get to that right now, actually. So, okay, we've got over 20 people in here. We got like 24 people in here. I can't imagine that you guys only want to see me talk about Bitcoin, right? I'm going to do Ethereum too, but now that Chip has asked for XRP, we're going to do XRP first. I think I've got my own take on XRP. We're going to get into it in just a second. Then we'll do ETH. I want to show you some kind of like just high level TA on where the key levels are on ETH for us to understand when we're trading. Okay. So just pay attention for that in just a second. Chip, we're going to get to, what's it called? XRP. We're going to get to that in just a second. I want to show one other thing on Bitcoin really quick, if I can. Boom. Let me see. Where's my camera? We need a baby Drew, not a big Drew. Let's get him down here. Boom. All right, cool. And we will obviously take this down and bam. All right. So I want to show the key levels to the downside as well, man. Okay. Because these are the things that you're going to have to pay attention for. So say my thesis is right. And I say like, okay, we're getting rejected here. We're going to continue to trend downwards. Okay. We have to hold this level right here. That has to hold. Okay. First and foremost. All right. Now, can we stay in an uptrend since we have technically broken market structure by taking out this high and this previous swing high, right? This was our newest swing high. This was our old swing high. We really need to take this out. First off, we didn't, right? We tried to, we didn't, we got rejected. This candle has not closed yet. Still got 27 minutes on it. We could take it out and there's more candles to come. So don't worry. We could take it out over here, right? 5 hours from now. But we need to hold this level. Okay. And as you can see, this level has held. Okay. That's why my take profit is down here. 96,000. Let me see. What is my take profit? I think it was like 96. Where's it at? Yeah, 96,000. Okay, so we need to hold this level right here at about 96.1. Okay, and the reason mine's at 96,000, just under 96.1, is because when futures are trending downwards, people are front running that. So if Bitcoin is at $96,100 and it's trending downwards, then the futures are going to be at like 96,013 or something. And if Bitcoin is trending upwards and say it hits 97.9, right? Futures are most likely going to be at 98,000. Futures are front running the price of Bitcoin. Okay. So when you're trading in perpetual futures, don't set your order at those levels that you're seeing on Bitcoin because they might get front run, right? And you might not get your fill if you're setting them exactly on the Bitcoin orders, because you have to know when you're setting your stop losses and your take profits that futures are going to front run in those markets, right? When it's trending downwards or upwards, most likely the futures are going to be further out than that. Okay. So that's just a little tidbit. Okay. So first off, we have to hold this level. That's first and foremost. If we break below this level, we come back here. We'll just draw it. Say we come down here, like we got rejected. We break below this level. We come back and we back test it and we blast through. Great. We're looking good. Most likely what's going to happen is we're going to continue upward, right? Because now this right here would be a higher low, right? We got a higher high right here, right? I'll show you what I mean. Here's our lower high, our lower low, our lower high, our lower low. Then we got a lower high, a higher low, right? A higher high and a higher low. So if we come up here, we've got a higher high. Even if we come all the way down here to the 100 moving average, right? This right here, this is still a higher low. So first and foremost, if we come down here and we bust through this, but we don't hold it and it doesn't reject here, most likely we're going to continue upward, right? That's going to be our lower low. But let's say that does happen, right? And we come down here, we started here, we got rejected, we come down, we retest it, we back test it, boom, and we fall, right? Where do we have to hold? Right here. That is the line in the sand that we have to hold. 92,750. Okay. If we break below this swing low right here, that is a break in market structure. It is not looking good. We're probably going to head downwards, and then we're going to have to see what happens at this point right here. Okay. Which is 91,271. And then you know what the deal is after that. Boom. $90,779. And that actually might be a little bit less than that. Let me see. Yeah, right here. It didn't even give me the full 90,682. Okay, so these are our key levels, our key kind of like, yeah, key levels. That's just what it is, man. So if we look, we kind of know how we're setting up our trades, right? Right now, I'm shorting. It's definitely in profit at this point, right? We're up $54. That's great. Loving it. I will probably, if we get below, give me a second. If we get below $97,000, I will set my stop loss to 96,999, right? And I will be in profit and I will be guaranteed, $100 profit or something like that, right? So that's great news for me. We have to hold this level, right? If we don't hold this level, we absolutely have to hold this level. But just remember, we might not even get down here. Okay. Why do I say that? Because you have the 50 and 200 moving average where they're crossing right here, right at about $94,800. That can be a major catch point. The 200 moving average is a massive support level, and it is a massive resistance level when you're under it. So just as you saw right here, it came up, it tried to go over the 200 moving average, and the moving average was like, nope, dump down, right? And we lost every single moving average on the way down. It was wild. That was a nice little like diarrhea doo-doo, right? And then we were like, okay, catch point, lower low or higher low. Let's blast off, right? We're going to front run this golden cross. So my point is that you do have a catch point right here. Okay. You have a catch point right around 94. I won't even do that. Let's just take the magnet tool off and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. We have a catch point right here. Okay. We have another catch point right here. That's the 200 moving average. So you have a level at 94.9, somewhere around there, and 94.1. After that, it's a massive fall. Now, we are above the 9 and the 20, okay? First thing you're going to do is lose this 9, right? The 9 is at about 96.9. That's why I'm saying if we get below $97,000, I'm setting my stop loss here because we could see a bounce from either the 9 or the 20 right here and this key level, right? Boom, right up, right? But if we hit here, I'm getting my take profit, which I'm extremely, happy about, right? So that's kind of what we're looking at in terms of Bitcoin. Now, what happens if we lose this level, right? What happens if we lose this level right here? Well, this is our last line in the sand right here at about 90,682. Why is that our last line in the sand, right? Because as soon as we hit that, we're looking at maybe some resistance here, like not resistance, but support here at $89,700 down to about this range right here, right? About 88.8. And then it's a pretty massive fall all the way down to about $80,000. Okay. Look at that. 77 grand. Your first catch point is going to be right here around $80,000, which is kind of where we hit the first one, consolidated a little bit, and then started that massive run. You've got a little bit here at about $82,000, maybe $80,000 to $82,000. So that's what could happen on Bitcoin if we lose these levels right up here, right? These last two kind of lows around the 90K range. So we do have catch points. We do have bullish targets, right? Our targets are going to be this first high, right? Right here, $99,900. Keep that in mind, okay? We also know a Fibonacci level lines up with that, a critical Fibonacci level, right? Then our next target is going to be this previous high right here, 102.7, right? And our upward trending channel also coincides right here with this 99.9 level, all right? Then you're going to be looking to go all the way up here to about $109,000 and then hopefully, boom, bust out of that channel. So let's look at ETH really quick. Actually, I told Chip Sanity we are going to look at XRP first. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Boom. All right. So XRP on let's go to the Coinbase chart. I don't like Bitstamp. Woo! Dude, XRP looks nutty, man. XRP's I mean, it's nasty. I mean, you could argue right here, boom, bam, bam, right? You could argue that's a bull flag on the 1-day chart, right? And you've got money flow in the green, the VWAP crossing over on Market Cipher B. You've got the money flow or the momentum starting to curl up, and you got a green dot on the daily. I mean, you are at the top of this channel, so I would expect you had a massive run right here going up. I would expect kind of like a little pullback here. Here's what I would like to see if you want to see XRP go up, okay? You want to see a pullback to about the middle of here and then through, okay? That's what you want to see. What you don't want to see is this right here, okay? Because the likelihood of it busting through after that is not likely. Why do I say that? Because this has massive, massive amounts of touch points on this, and XRP is super volatile right now. We've got one touch point right here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. What happens on usually the 5th touch point on a trend line that's trending downwards? Usually it breaks. So if we get another touch point here, my guess is we're coming somewhere down in this range right here because there's absolutely zero. And actually, let me pull up the VRVP. Yeah, there's nothing. Dude, I mean, if we lose, like we have to bounce right here is my point. You have to come here and then head upwards. If you lose this, there's literally, if you look at the VRVP, there is no volume all the way down to here, right? That's XRP in a nutshell right there. You have to see it right here. Boom. Has to come to the middle of that trend channel. If it comes anywhere further than that, you can see there is no volume to hold it up. There's a little bit of volume right here at this high volume node right there, man. But let's pull a fixed range. Let's pull a fixed range on it. Just really quick. Let me see if I've got my fixed range tool. I do. All right, let's pull a fixed range from, let's see, right around here all the way up to here. Okay. Yeah, we got rejected at the point of control, man. I mean, this is the run right here. If you look at the FRVP right here, right? If we look at the FRVP, let me go back. Ah, damn it. How do I go forward? I know how to like go get things back off of the chart. There we go. My bad. All right, that thing was blocking it. Okay. So if you look right here, this is kind of where we had our volume starting, right? This is where our high volume node is, and this is where our high volume node is. Notice that highest volume node is at the point of control. This yellow line is the point of control, okay? Now we're going to take FRVP off, which is the VRVP off, and we're going to focus on this FRVP, which is the fixed range volume profile. This is telling you how much was traded at each level inside of this range right here from when we went parabolic, right? We bull flagged right here. You can see the staff on the bull flag. We bull flagged here. Boom, we blasted up, right? We actually overextended the hell out of this bull flag right here, because if you take this and you measure it from here to here, and then you copy, you copy and paste it, and you see where the break of this bull flag was, we overextended the crap out of this bull flag. We went all the way from here, and I'll take this fixed range off so you can see. This is where we should have ended up. We ended up all the way up here. We doubled that bad boy, right? Like if you look at it, we literally over doubled what the measured move on that bull flag should have been. So let's take that off, and I'll get to what I'm talking about. This is why I'm saying we need to come down here and bounce, okay? Because that's where your visible range volume profile has the last line in the sand in terms of volume before it falls off, right? First and foremost. Second off, you've got your fixed range volume profile. That is where your value area low is, okay? So, and then secondarily, this is what makes it bullish, right? Is when you come up here. Okay, let's take all this stuff off really quick, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Let me delete this thing. Bam. Okay, so we came up here, we bounced off, we came down. We came up here, we bounced, boom, we went up to the top of the channel, right? But what happens whenever this happens? You come back down, right? You come back down. And what we want to see is this, so that we can curl back upwards, because that's showing that there's buying pressure and buying momentum right here. If we come all the way back down again, it's not going to look good for XRP. That's just my bias. Okay. So that's kind of your key level on XRP is going to be right here. You're looking at probably $2.20 range, somewhere in that realm. We can actually get it off of the fixed range. The fixed range you're looking at $2.15 for, write that down, right? $2.15 for the value area low on that. And if we get the visible range, right, it's looking like $2.17. So I'm saying $2.14 to $2.18. That's where you got to see your bounce. That's your line in the sand as it sits right now. Can that change? Absolutely. What you're seeing right now, right? You're seeing the 50 moving average starting to curl upwards here. So that could be a massive like bounce point for it, you know, if it goes up. So we could see that happen. Absolutely. But we did get rejected right here at the point of control and at the top of this bull flag, which is what kind of makes it a bull flag. This is what I would call a mature bull flag pattern. Like this has been established for, dude, like all the way back to the beginning of December. This is a month-long bull flag. And the staff has been all the way back to friggin' beginning of November. So, I mean, this is a mature bull flag, but it could break down, okay? So you're seeing a major line in the sand right there, right, at your $2.14 range. And then this is your other major line in the sand. Can you still lose this and bounce? Yes, you can. But if you lose that 50 moving average and it's already inside of this channel, most likely if this 50 is like up here, right, by the time you come down here to test this and you lose that 50, my bias is you're going to keep going down. You're going to lose that channel, okay? And then that bull flag is going to be no more. Now, let's look at ETH really quick. I'll get in the chat actually before I do all that. Let me see if I can get into the chat and see if there's anything in here. I don't see any other requests. How many people do we got in here? Dude, there's 36 people in here. All right. I appreciate everybody that showed up, man. Much love to you. Shout out to everybody that showed up. Seriously, we're going to be doing like most likely daily TA like this to keep people updated on the markets. But I would like to see people, if you can, right? First off, smash the like button. You know that much. Secondarily, I would like to see people just say like, hey, what are you looking at in the market? And I'll go take a look at it if we have the time to do it, right? So I'm going to get off of this thing. All right. I do have a little bit already on my ETH chart, apparently, right? We have a massive cup and handle, right? We see that the cup and handle's taking us to about $4,000 $4,828. Now, here's the bad news about the cup and handle, okay? We are starting, well, hold on, sorry. Well, I guess it's not terrible news, but this isn't great news, okay? So this is the bad news on the cup and handle. We are still outside of that handle, right? But this gives you an entry opportunity, okay? We do have a massive line in the sand right here at $3,500, and I'll show you why here in just a second. But we are seeing the massive retest of that handle, right? And this was a little tiny bull flag. I can probably delete that. We did hit the target on that, as if you saw that actually. Let's see. Dude, like TA is amazing, okay? This was a bull flag. It was a very small bull flag. You don't want to look at it on the daily. It was a mature bull flag on the hourly chart, right? And we broke out of it, and this was where it was saying we were going to go if you measured the move, and look where it went. It hit it twice. Dude, TA is awesome. I love TA. So here's my point. Let me delete this bull flag. Bam, 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 and bam. Okay. So here's my point. We came up, we kind of tried to come back and back test this, top of this handle, but we really are back testing it right now. Now, we fell below it and we confirmed, okay? Then we broke above it and we confirmed above it. Then we fell below it again and confirmed below it, and we have never confirmed above it yet, okay? Now, here's my point. We need one more candle after this. We got rejected at the 50 moving average and the 20 moving average, which is this little pink line, right? This SMA has now curled down, okay? That doesn't look super bullish for ETH. We also got rejected at this level right here, which is, if I get my horizontal ray tool, and I will put it on magnet just in case, boom. That is the $3,500 level, okay? This is a massive level that we really need to take if we want to continue upwards, okay? 3,500 to 3,550. And we definitely have to reclaim this 50 moving average, which is right at 3,520, okay? So with all that said, if we can confirm, if say this candle closes here, and this is on the daily chart, so we won't know this until tomorrow, okay? The end of the day tomorrow, the end of that close. If we close a candle above this right here, okay, the close of this candle, assuming that this candle closes outside of the handle right here, the top of the handle, we close another candle above the close of that candle, boom, we could be blasting to the upside with a price target of around $4,800. You remember what $4,800 is? The all-time high, baby. 48.69 was the all-time high on Ethereum. So everybody's going to be super bullish on that on Ethereum. I think that Ethereum has some work to do, okay? Because here's another thing that you can argue, right? And I hate being the guy that's like always like, oh, this could happen, right? Like, oh, it could go down, blah, blah, blah. Let me take this cup and handle and this horizontal ray off, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. This is arguable, man. This is arguable, okay? What do you have right here? That looks an awful lot like a friggin' bear flag, man. Or at the very least, it looks a lot like a bear pennant, right? So there's that. You've got an inflection point right over here, right? Let's extend it out. So, we should know, kind of sucks, but we should know these tend to break down, right? It's not as powerful as a bear flag. So this, has a higher probability. We'll put it like this. This has a much higher, not much higher. This has a higher probability of breaking to the upside, something like this, right? Boom, we come back down, we retest it. It has a higher probability of breaking to the upside than an actual bull flag, just like a bull pennant, right? So bull flags have a higher probability of breaking down, or bear flag has a higher probability of actually breaking down. So if this was a bear flag, I would be more inclined to say, hey, we come up here and then boom, we blast back down through it, and we lose it. But there is a case to be made that if we do, you see, break out of this, right, convincingly, right here, and we close above this, right? Because remember, in order for us to confirm outside of this channel, we need to close above this, right? This right here, which is your $3,555 price point. So just to be safe, let's say 3,560. If we close a daily candle at 3560 or more, ETH is looking good, baby. So that's kind of what I can tell you as it sits right now for Ethereum, right? You know all of Bitcoin's key levels, you know XRP's key levels, and now I'm giving you Ethereum's key, right? Where do we have to hold, right? I'm going to delete this. Actually, no, I'm going to keep that. I want to keep this I want to keep this bear flag or this bear pennant, right? Bear pennant, just in case, you know, we want to keep our TA on the charts, right? Take this brush off. Boom, we'll hide that. Okay. Where are the lines in the sand for ETH? I'm going to give people just a second to like find it for themselves, right? Find where the line in the sand is. Think back to our Bitcoin analysis that we just did, right? You know the top level line in the sand, right? I've already got that charted for you. It's right here, 35.53, right? Where's the bottom level line in the sand? If you said right here, you're absolutely correct, man. That's where your line in the sand is, okay? $3,091. Now, I know that is like, that's pretty far away, okay? But you've got two more lines in the sand before that, and they're your swing lows, right? Right there. And guess where else? Right here. Boom. Those are your two lines in the sand before you see a massive fall to $3,000 on Ethereum, right? Now, my bias is it's going to be hard to take out this level. Okay, why? The 100 is right here, okay? So by the time you get down to this level, the 100 moving average is probably going to be up here where you could potentially see a bounce, right? Then you have the 200, which is right down here. So that's at like literally 3K, 29.85. And the longer that we stay above this, the more that 200 is going to start curling upwards. And then, you know, 10 days, 15 days from now, it'll probably be up here at this line in the sand, right around $3,091. Okay. So that's the good news on Ethereum, right? I could see it coming down here, retesting this and blasting up. I could definitely see it coming down here to the $3,200 range. If we hit 3,000, 30 or 3,000 to $3,100, that's like prime buying territory in my opinion. Okay. This is where I would be looking for buys. This is where I'm looking to short. Okay. Why? Why am I looking to short? If I could short like right here, okay, I'll show you. I'll show you exactly why. Because this is like prime time risk to reward ratios, man. Like this is great, great stuff. Let me see if I've got my trading tool up here. I don't. I'll have to find it right here. All right. Where is the trading tool? Damn it. I always forget where the trade tool is on trading view. No, we don't want that. What did I just do? Why did that take everything off of you? I'm messing everything up. There we go. Okay, cool. Sorry. All right, where's our trading tool? Where is our trading tool? God, making me mad, man. I literally lose this every single time. I can never, ever find the friggin' trading. Huh. Anyways, whatever. We'll figure it out for the next stream. My point, if you take a short somewhere in this realm, right? Somewhere in this realm right around here, okay? Your risk to reward is astronomical, right? Because you're saying, okay, I'm taking a short right here and I'm going to write it down here at the very least, right? You could write it down to here, even better, right? Or you could choose to write it all the way down here. This is where you be your first take profit, right? At $3,300. Second take profit, $3,217. And your final take profit target would be $3,100. Now, could you let a little bit ride to see if it continues down? Yeah, but I wouldn't necessarily go for it. You got three profitable, take profit levels. Super great. But here's the reason why I say that. This is where your thesis is wrong, right? So if you're taking a trade somewhere in the 35.10 to 35.40 range, your thesis is proven wrong when you take out that swing high. Dude, you've got like $15 of downside for a potential of like $250 of upside in terms of your short position. And guess what happens? You take out this high right here, guess what you do? Instead, you flip long and you target these highs. Bam, right? That's it. It's that simple. That's trading in a nutshell, man. That is trading in a nutshell. You keep it simple. You keep it consistent. You don't bog down your charts with 70 million lines. Swing highs, swing lows, higher lows, lower lows, trend lines, right? Charting formations, bear pennants, bull pennants, head and shoulders patterns, trend channels that are going upwards, downwards, whatever, right? Those are the things that you're going to be looking for, right? Okay, so let's just do a really quick example. And I know we only have like a minute left. I'm going to keep everybody off of the stream. Everybody's going to kick me off the stream in like 1 minute, right? Okay, so I want to show you what I mean by trend lines, right? Take your trend line. Let's put the magnet tool on. Makes it easier on us, right? Take your trend line right here, right? And here you go. Here's a 3 touch point trend line. Tells you exactly where everything's going. 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch. Bam. Blast through, tests it as resistance. It tests it at its high, right? And retests this high right here, but there's no confirmation. My bias is there's probably a bearish divergence here. Let's see. No, there's not. Yeah, there is. Dude, this is why TA is awesome. Look, okay, higher high, right here. Price trending upward, higher high. This isn't the best bearish divergence, but, just deal with it, right? And then if you look at the RSI, where did this RSI start? Right here, right? And where did it end? Right here. Bearish divergence. It's not the best one, but it's a good example. This trend line told you, okay, I've broken this. This is now resistance. We come back up, we retest it. It's kind of capitulates a little bit, come back up, retest it again. Big fall, man. You could have taken this all the way down from $4,100 all the way down to $3K almost. Dude. That's crazy money. So my point is, keep things simple, man. And you can take little tiny rips and profits like this. Who cares if you make $64, man? If you do that 7 times a day, you're making good money, baby. Look at what I've done today. Okay. These are just literally the simplest things. I made $300 from my cell phone today. Just letting my orders hit inside of a range, right? This is what happened, right? We saw Bitcoin kind of capitulating, going a bing bong, right? It was bing bonging right here in between this little range. I took advantage of that on these 4 candles, these 4 or 5 candles right here. That's it. That's all I did. I just took advantage of this volatility. Bam, 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 bam. Love it. I love it. It's easy. Well, it's not easy. Okay. Keep it simple. Keep it simple is my point. And take $250 trades. Do not be scared to take $26 on a trade. Do not be scared to take $22 on a trade. No one went broke taking a profit. I saw my buddy Jeremy Sykes on here. He's in the comment section below. What he always told me, he's a legend. I love this guy. Profits be profits, my friend. That's direct quote, okay? Don't be scared to take a $7 loss. Don't be scared to take a $400 loss when your last win was $700, right? Risk to reward ratio, baby. Risk to reward. Keep your position sizes consistent. Keep your risk to reward consistent. Make sure you're targeting those swing highs and swing lows. Make sure you're charting your trend lines and all that stuff. Make sure you subscribe to the Drew Wolfer YouTube channel. Boom! Bang on the notification bell because you know I'm going to be dropping these bombs. I'm going to continue doing this. We're going to be rolling out a lot of really cool stuff for people. So make sure you stick around. Make sure you're watching the lives. Make sure you support the channel. Hit the like button. Drop something in the comments section for me. Say, hey, Drew, that was great. Or, hey, Drew, you suck. I hate your braids. I love it. I'm here for all of it. All right. So if people love it, great. Let me know in the comments section. If you hate it, great. Let me know in the comments section. Right. If you want me to look at TA on some of these, other, coins and stuff like that, don't be afraid. Be like Chip Sanity, man. Dude's a legend. He spoke up. He said, hey, what's your take? Go look at XRP, baby. That's exactly what I did. We went and looked at XRP. Now he knows exactly what to look at in terms of trading. He knows exactly what his key levels are in terms of the trades that he's trying to take. And he knows what the directional bias may be. Boom. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's great. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm saying. So let's run through the comments section really quick. The stuff that we haven't seen. This is him, Jay Sykes, baby. This is my guy. I love him. Profits be profits, my friend. Much love. I appreciate you. Tell everybody that I said hello. The kids, the wife, the grandkids, everything. Love all you guys. Love everybody on the on the live right now. I appreciate everybody. Everybody, I hope you had a happy New Year's. I hope you had a Merry Christmas. If you happen to celebrate these holidays, if you don't, God bless you anyway, right? Now, we've got Willie Mitchell. He says, Happy New Year's. Everybody, man, I appreciate everybody that shows up. Seriously, like the fact that, even 2 dozen, 3 dozen people show up on my lives when I'm not really a live streaming person. I just appreciate like literally the support that everybody, gives me. I have looked at Caspa a little bit. I don't have time to look at it right now. Come back to the stream. I will stream tomorrow. I promise you. Come back to the stream. Suggest Caspa. I will look at it, man. And if I can, I will try to set up a chart in the meantime. I like to look at them naked so that everybody gets the same bias and same TA. That way I can talk people through what I'm seeing on the charts while I'm seeing it live so they can understand what's going on in my head. So I'll do what I can. Chip, I will look at ICP as well. Show back up to the stream, suggest it. We've got Imagination of Innocence. He says, I'm very impressed with the alpha. You're extremely clear and coherent with your teaching. Dude, much love. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. He said alpha. Appreciate it, man. So yeah, everybody have a good day. I hope that I didn't keep everybody too long. I do have to go do some things with my family and things of that sort. I would love to stay on the stream. But with that being said, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and boom, bang on that notification bell because we are going to be doing this a lot more. And you can probably expect this multiple times a week. And feel free to show up to the Wolfer briefings on Fridays, man. 1 p.m. Eastern time. Search what that time is. You can always hit the notification bell on my channel to make sure that you're notified. We'll be having a lot of videos dropping soon. We've got a lot of exclusive things that we're going to be offering out to the community, to everybody that has been here from day one. You are going to benefit from this more than, somebody that just started, somebody that starts watching me a month from now, right? So we always take care. You know me, I'm Italian, thoroughbred Italian to the core. So with Viking braids, because I have a little bit of heritage there too, but we are always going to take care of our people that have been here from day one. So just be ready for what's going to come in the, coming weeks and months. And I appreciate everybody for showing up. I will see you on the next stream. Everybody have a good day. Peace.